Okay, and we're going to present the next video or series of videos. We're going to look at vectors, which is the final topic in Pure 1, and the aspects surrounding how to find or how to use common techniques to try and find solutions with regard to vectors. Last time you may have seen vectors was at GCSE. I'm just going to expand on those ideas into the A-level course. So what is a vector? You must remember from GCSE, vectors both have magnitude and direction. So if any of you do physics, you would know that velocity is a vector, but speed isn't. Okay, so velocity is a vector because it's got the quantity of velocity would have a magnitude and direction in a particular direction. Vectors can be described in different ways. So you can write a vector as such, a, b, with an arrow on the top, and that indicates a vector that starts at a and ends at b. You can also write a vector as a lowercase letter typed in bold, okay, like this, or this as well, underlined. Vectors can be written either in column form or in IJ notation, so you can have a vector written in column form AB or as AI plus BJ. Okay, so they're equivalent forms of writing a vector. Vectors can be added by adding the same components in each vector together and can be multiplied by a scalar. And adding vectors follows an important rule. So if you want to get from vector A to point A to point B, point C, then you describe the vector as AC. If there is an in-between position B, then you can go AB, then BC. So basically, you can use vectors to find routes from one point to another. A vector in the opposite direction but same size follow this rule. So if you've got point B and point A, and you've got vector BA, that is equal to minus vector AB. Okay, so there's some basic things. So let's have a look at applying some of these basic concepts. So we've got a vector here, A 4, 1 and B minus 3, 5. Okay, so this vector A 4, 1 on an XY axis, 4 across, 1 up, that would be the representation of the vector. Okay, and that would have a coordinate to this point here. And you've got the vector B minus 3, 5. So minus 3 and then 5 up. Okay, and that would have a coordinate minus 3, 5 for this point here. Okay, so that's the vector which represents that journey. So little a, little b. Okay, anyway, half a. So we've got a value of a half a, which is basically half the value or half the vector a, which is 2, 0.5. Okay, so what we can do is multiply the vector by the scalar of a half. Scalar basically means a value which has no direction, and we have half the original vector, 2.5. 2a minus b, so 2 lots of vector a minus 1 lot of vector b. Now 2 lots of vector a would be 8, 2 minus 1 lot of vector b. 8 minus minus 3 is 11, 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Okay, so that's the vector 2a minus b. Obviously these two vectors can also be written in IJ form, so 2 and 0.5 as a vector in column form can be written as 2i plus 0.5j. Okay. C 3a plus 2b, so you've got 3 lots of vector a plus 2 lots of vector b. get 12 plus minus 6, which is 6, 3 plus 10, which is 13. So that is like the basics of vectors. And just to quickly recap, all the important information is here at the top of the page. And I said there are two main ways of writing a vector, in column form and IJ form. Okay, and here's some exercises here which you can get on with, and which will be sort of useful for you to sort of sharpen your skills with regards to the introductory skills anyway. Okay, that's the end of the video.